Here's one. Sunlight on Broken Stones, pages 77 to 92, illustrations by Gringo Benedicto. I'm familiar with Gringo Benedicto's style, and it's in keeping with his style, and it's very well done. It's all kamay, so it's very interesting. It gives it so much flavor. I like how the pages from the book brings me back to college days when you run to the photocopying shop and have a book photocopied because your professor wants you to read it the next day. So it gives you that feeling, and it's very playful, it's very colorful, and it's really in his signature style, which is great.
Oof. Alright, I chose Sunlight on Broken Stones, pages 3 to 6 by TRICIA Castillo. It says privilege is invisible
to those who have it. So it's all photos. Parang reference book nga siya eh.
She must be a photographer, at least her photos. And yeah, I guess like even if it's like all different types of photographs, it kind of molds into a story.
I feel like she superimposed two photos with each other. And she used black and white also. So nice. And then this one, I was super interested in this. Yung kay ISOLA. How did her mind get to this point? So cool. Like, this is what I mean, na parang what I interpreted was one thing, but then you have these things where it's a whole Sims. Imagine that, like an interpretation of like a very, very old book, and then she interpreted it into Sims.
Let's see. Let's look at this one. This looks really thick. So this is two artists in one. It's caught my eye because it's almost like a short book rather than zine. This feels like a magazine, honestly. Like the art style, it's very glossy. I really like it. It feels like you're reading an editorial, if you think about it. And it's easy to digest, so I think it's another worthwhile experience for people to get into the text of Cirilo. So you can see that it's very minimalist, and then he uses images that I think he took himself, that mixes together like technology and natural materials. This is great. I love this.
I think I chose this one. Oh, also by Sunlight on Broken Stones, page 70 to 36. Yeah. This caught me because I also wanted to do something along the lines of like an editorial cartooning. It's really hard to depict Cirilo's words because they're already so malalim na. It's kind of deep, even for me. So to illustrate it is something a little bit challenging, and here he is. Hands are hard to do. Yeah, very cool. Pwede ma-coloring book.
So what interests me? I think this is one of my favorites. I think it is one of Cirilo Bautista's later works, and it's text heavy because the artist takes into context phrases that would connect with her collages. So I think this is what interests me the most because there's so much that you can get. And she also features some of her own artworks. And it's a very political piece. If you are also suffering from the injustices of what's happening to our country now, this is a zine that perfectly encapsulates that.
So this has parang cutouts, glitchy effects. Very mixed and match siya of digital and actual photos. Parang you look over these and you kind of just want to dig into their minds a little deeper. How did they come to this conclusion? So cool though.
And another one that has caught my eye is this one because it has the word collage. This is just a better version of what I did, but I haven't looked through it yet. Yes, the first page alone, I think it already is. His works have a very surrealist, Dadaist feel to it, which is a very important element of collage, I think. I get the feeling that he used the same starting points as I did, just finding a phrase or a word, because his texts are minimal next to the collage works. Fantastic.